So this game is exactly why I really love Yu-Gi-Oh! There's gonna be a lot of interaction. There's gonna be a lot of smart plays and a lot of misplays. Now, right now, I will point out like their misplay and my misplay because I thought about this a lot. So, anyways, we're gonna go, and as usual, we're gonna get Ash. This just just always play to get Ash. Now I do Cartesia, and then we do this Cartesia combo where Grand Guignol will send Despian Lulu with Lilith, and you will have a second Lulu with Lilith. So what this does is it's gonna be 2 interruptions. In the end phase, you will bring out your second Cartesia. And then yeah, get Magnum Hit. Okay. So how many interruptions do I really have, right? 1, because if you use a monster effect to summon, you will summon another Lulu with Lilith, the Grand Guignol. Also, Cartesia will summon another Grand Guignol, and you have some targets. So I had Aggregator, and then I realized you need to send a level 6 or higher. So this guy doesn't count. I replaced it with like Pac-Man. So right now the real target is Melong. All it does is target a bounce. And then I have, the Fligate hand traps, right? So how many interruptions do I have? If you count regularly, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, right? But actually, you're gonna see next turn, I'm able to clear my board to Fuwa the opponent. And then here, they do it. I make my Lulu a little bit early. Which is good because this is once per turn, which means next turn, Grand Guignol is available. So here they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards versus my 1, 2, 3. And I'll tell you, this is a 4th interruption. I can turn it on. And I also play D-Link. I know their combo line. Always one of called by. Just, if this resolved, I would have straight won, most likely, because D-Link, you need to search 2 field spells, which is Boot Sector Launch, right here. And you also need to search Dragon Ravine. So that would have been instant win, but it didn't. Anyways, I used Lulu Lilith Negate. And then here, this is why I'm saying you should always hold, because if I bounce something, I need to make sure they invest a lot of materials, and I will bounce that material. I'll show you. They make the Lingerous. What does this mean? This means they're gonna make a Link 3 and then resummon like their Striker somehow, right? This just means they have more gas because your target should be Dragoonity Romulus. I think it's the Link 2. But this means they have 1 more, right? So I will bounce this, right? So I go 1 for 2, technically. And here's my mistake, because I was sitting here thinking, you know what? I can turn on my Fuwa. This is a spellcaster. It's not a dragon. It's a spellcaster. Right? It's a spellcaster. So what do? Is I can use Illusion Magic, tribute this. There will be no cards in my field, and I can play Fuwa. You just have to control no cards. I should have done it before they played Quick Launch, and I would get 1 extra draw. Because I would say, oh, I'll have no monsters. It sees I would have the monster. It says if you control no cards. Actually, on the resolution of this, my board is not clear because Illusion Magic goes to the graveyard at the end of the chain resolution. But if I played this before they played Quick Launch, I'd have an empty board and I would just fool a chain to the Quick Launch. Like, nobody would ever suspect that. That's why I really like this duel. It's like big brain stuff. Then, you get Dark Magician, okay? Now I fool with them. So, here's the thing. They have 3 cards and they have 2 monsters. Technically, if they make like a Baron, which it's not really in D-Link deck, or they make Bestial, not Abolenitus. There's a level 10 Bestial. Where is it? They make Despater, they would win for 1 draw. But actually, they're gonna play a little bit more, which is trolling. But now that they're under Fuwa, they have their Fuwa line. So let's see them play under Fuwa. And this. 1 draw for 1 negate, very good. And then here, I force it because they summon a monster with a monster effect. I can use Grand Guignol, I can bring my second Despian Lulu Lilith, and they force the negate, okay. Here they set up the branded brand game. So here, I was thinking they're gonna banish, like... They should banish this because it's live on my next turn. But actually, look at this. Why did they banish Striker Dragon? Because Branded Regain is gonna put probably they're playing 1 of. Probably this is like a TCG deck because Striker is 1, I think. Used to be 1. Anyways, the Striker Dragon will go back to their extra deck and they'll draw one. Like, this guy's a real dealing player. And then I was like, why did they do that? And you use this effect, you can't attack directly. But you can do it after you attack directly. Now here's the problem. So if you see here, this is what I'm talking about with multiple copies. I drew 2 cards. One is a duplicate. So I already lost 1 card. So my hand, this hand is actually 1, 2, 3 cards. It's not 5 cards. But this, I have 2 of these just because of illusion magic. Because I need Dark Magician access off of Rod. But anyways. Now I use this. I completely forgot about Regain Effect. But whatever. They'll get another search off Magnum. I'm just going to play through it. And here, so I have 1, 2, 3. I actually have 4 cards, right? Now here's the problem. SP is going to activate, and whatever they summon with Regain, they're gonna get a monster out. I also know they have a Druid's Worm, which is DD Crow on legs. So, what am I supposed to do? My first, because I'm turn player. Let's go main base. I have, like, Priority is like an old term, not like that. Because I'm turn player, I can choose to do 1 action first, and then my opponent can respond. They cannot start chains. I have to start the chain. So my first action here is actually the most important, right? I have a couple options. Actually, if this was Dark Magician Girl, I would tribute her and then attack. Oh, no lie. That's what I would do. But because it's too big for Cartesia, I can't do it. There's some options. I can fuse. I can summon, with souls. I can fusion deployment. So I was running out of timer. I just used the fusion, and very specifically, you'll see. So they use this, which is okay. It doesn't matter. I have 2 Dark Magician. I'll raw make Dark Magician of Destruction, and then this one, Spader. That's another fear. I forgot. I totally forgot. The Spader's a bestial. Because I call it Dispader. I don't call it Bestial Dispader. So they bring back Dispader. Because I was thinking of Lebellion. Because of this, they get their free negate. Which is why I went to Dark Magician of Destruction like ASAP. Okay, you get Gaze. Now, you kind of have to play around it, right? So, the thing with Gaze is you're supposed to target a Dark Magician in your graveyard, right? But if I target Dark Magician in my graveyard, they will chain Bestial... They'll train Druid's Worm. So what I do is I can actually just target the Dark Magician on my field, and I can get my Dragoon. Okay. Now what? The plan is I'm gonna make an SP, and I'm going to, because this is 1 negate and this is 1 negate, so we're even. I need to push it over. So what I wanted to do is SP. I need to get rid of their grind game. That's the first. I need to get rid of the grind game. So I'm gonna make SP. I said Dark Magician Girl because, it's a Dark Magician deck. I got a lot of bricks. And I used this effect to draw. Why? Because actually, in my field, I had... Where is she? Oh, she got banished. Okay, I had 1 Cartesia. I had another Cartesia. And then I had a Fusion Deployment. That is 3 copies of the same freaking card. So that's why I... card to draw, which is funny because I drew this, which I would actually blow him out next turn, which is why all the other hand traps are pretty bad, by the way. So here I fulfill the requirements for what's their face for SP. Now they're gonna play Druid's Worm, and I was thinking about it, and I'm like, I don't really care, right? But here's what happened. So I'd already used Cartesia's effect, and then I'm thinking, okay, do you need to negate this? No, because if they use the effect, I negate, they will negate me back. So they need to do something where I can negate them. But then guess what happened? We've gone to Nib. Now, with Nib, I can choose to negate it, but because my only card is Roll Lombard, I can't. So they banished Dark Magician Girl, rip. But because of that, I still have another Grand Signal, and nobody ever plays this card, but this card is busted. So what am I gonna do? I can turn when Fusion Synchro exceeds or Link Monster and special summon it to your side. Now, because this guy was, if you Synchro summoned correctly, it can come back from the graveyard. And then they, they bail me. So, what is this board now? Right? 2 cards, a Druid's Worm, a Branded Regain, versus a token, 1 Perskenian, and a Droll and Lockbird. And let's just let it shake out. And Faye, she comes back. So here, they scoop. Oh, not scoop. So here, they run out of time. But so this was where the game state was before my opponent ran out of time. Now, there's one thing. Let's look at the boards. So SP is coming back. So it's going to have an SP. You're going to have a regain. And I'm going to have this and this. So this clears 1 monster. I would summon like Dissipator. SP, I will probably negate the SP and destroy Dissipator. So I'll run out, and then I think they'll have free reign. So that 1, 2, 3, 4 cards versus my Droll and Lockbird. Plus, it's funny because what they're gonna do is when I summon Dissipator, they're gonna regain, then activate Magnum Hood, right? And then they will force. I think they can force the banish. But in any case, should I put this in death mode? Maybe a better play would have been to put this in defense mode. That way, Druid's Worm can't be crashed into. This is the field. Yeah, I do damage. So this is where like things are tricky. But TLDR, what happened? Number 1, you can play real smart. You can like clear your board, play full. Number 2. You saw that hand where I had 2 Dark Magician, 1 Soul, one what is it called? Fusion Deployment, and then 2 Cartesia. I'm supposed to lose. I have 3 cards instead of 5 cards, right? Versus like their 6, 7, 8 card board. That's why the deck building is really important. This is just a new deck because DMOD came out like last week or this week. What else? Another thing you're supposed to learn is like just the way to play, because how did I start? I started with 4 interruptions against like this deck. You can still play. Like I had a lot of silver bullets too. If the Droll had gone through, I would have just straight won. That's why a lot of people hate Droll, but like I would just respect Droll. Just respect Droll. The problem with Droll being so good in the meta is actually Droll used to be bad, and it was bad because a lot of decks were like mid-range. They would already get their interruption, but now like decks are too combo heavy. So how do you really stop those combo decks without Droll, right? Another thing is you just need a little bit more gas and a lot of recovery, because after this, it's just for me. I'm not sure how to recover from that part because they would have an SP. I will have a Dissipator. They will have this. So we're like even. This Druid's Worm can clear this. SP, Dissipator will destroy the SP. But they still have their regain, which is really good that they set it up because they have Grand Game. So they could probably clear this and this. And I'm not sure if they could clear the token or not. You know what? I don't have a monster of theirs to return from Banish though. But in any case, I will just live with Droll. I will get back Cartesia because a fusion monster is gonna go to the graveyard. Because Perskenian's most likely gonna die. And then we'll see. Because when I get Dissipator, they're gonna have to clear it as well. That's another problem. So yeah, GG's, and this game is fun. Like, what happened in that last turn? I had to deal with a Nib. I had to deal with a Despin Persken or Dissipator. To deal with a Ghost Bell. Just play through it. Like, this was a better deck, better build. It would have been a clean win. So actually, now that I think about it, I really trolled. I'm gonna show you how I can actually win without fixing it. I disrespected Fusion Deployment because actually I should have held it, and then I don't send Dark Magician Girl. I will send something else. Like for example, I don't know. I'll just send the other Grand Guinal, right? So I'll send the other Grand Guinal, and this is gonna be very important because actually, number 1, this Droll doesn't do anything. I always want to play a long grind game, but actually this Droll is not doing anything. Let's be real. This is actually bad. Now that I know this, I would rather have fusion deployment over Joel and Lockbird, and I will show you why. So we're gonna. This is the right play. This is the right play, and then rest in peace. Then I get a nuke. Now after doing 0, okay, I'll get a Pristanian, right? So this is like the board so far. I think I should go to end phase. So anyways, let's say I have fusion deployment instead of Joel and Lockbird, right? I'm gonna play fusion deployment. I'm gonna reveal the Dark Magicians, and I will summon Dark Magician Girl because you need to keep track of like your Dark Magicians, so they're both in the graveyard, and then all three, like 1, 2, 1, 2. I have like 1 Cartesia in the deck, right? And then this one should be in the deck. Now let's say I summon Dark Magician Girl. I fulfill the requirements for Dark Magician of Destruction. So I turn Dark Magician Girl, banish her, Dark Magician of Destruction, right? I think there's one more card that gets like, this is not like, how do I say this? These cards technically don't count, if that makes sense. Like, this guy is kind of like hand ripping themselves to stop me, because if you see, I just keep playing. I will literally just keep playing. I will keep playing. Already, I ate a Druidworm. I ate a Nib. Like, Raw ate Nib. I ate a Ghost Spell, right? And now, actually, I can also eat one more. I have a fusion deployment, and one of these cards must be either Ash. It must be, what's another one? One of the Dominus cards, but I don't think they have a Dominus. I don't know their names, but anyways, it must be Ash. Now, with a Dark Magician of Destruction, so in my deck, I run 2 Gaze of Tamiris, because I'm trying to figure out how to like double gaze. I'm gonna gaze on my turn with Dark Magicians, gaze again, make a Dragoon, something like that. But anyways, there's a solution. So this Dark Magician, I can either gamble or not gamble. I have to think about if I can win without gambling. Okay, I have to gamble. I have to gamble for the win. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do Dark Magician. I add Gaze. It could be something else. I don't know the combo without Gaze because this is like a new deck. But anyways, Gaze it to Knives. What am I going to do? I'm going to target one of these Dark Magicians in the graveyard. Just pray they don't have another Bestial. I don't think they have another Bestial. Let me just see if they. I don't think so, because I feel like they would summon it. But anyways, I have a Dark Magician of Destruction, and then it's not my extra deck because I just added it. It's this guy. So you kind of pray that they don't have 2 cards, which is Ash and what's his face? Ash and another Bestial, because they highly likely have it. I'm not sure if there's like basically I'm gonna try this if I knew it, but like you're gonna summon Master Chaos. Now what is this guy? A Dark Magician or a Chaos. When this card's fusion summon, you can target 1 Lion Dark Monster, special summon it. This is actually the way you can do recovery, which I didn't know. And yeah, because this was actually fusion summoned. I'm pretty sure I could resummon it. It will tell you like I don't know if there's any cheated cards, but anyways, I can summon Dragoon or I can summon something else. But then here's the other effect, because this guy, where is he? Where is he? This guy, right? He has another effect. You trigger 1 Lion Dark Monster, Lion Dark Monster, banish all monsters. So I will solve the, what's his face, Druidworm. And then now they have a clear board. And what else is Lion Dark? This token. Because I was thinking, oh, if I play the long game, right? I'll just droll them, I'll switch this guy to attack mode and just like clear their life points. Actually, this should have been fusion deployment. I should always play more gas. Anyways, this is going to be Dark Magician of Chaos, or not Dark Magician, is Master of Chaos. And Master of Chaos, actually, if I use Gaze, let me think, how much damage? I would need to use it on a Dark Magician in the graveyard. So this would be Dark Magician of Destruction, Magician of Chaos, banish, triple attack, and that's the game. Because that'll be like 28, 32, and then another 3k. And then with Magician of Chaos, I can also bring back Dragoon. Actually, wait, let me think. Okay, actually, I don't need to risk a Bestial, because I can gaze on Dark Magician of Destruction, summon Dark Magician of Chaos, summon Dragoon, so it'll be like 3, 6, 9, and then banish this. Yeah, so I should not have disrespected Fusion Deployment. Fusion Deployment is actually the 1-card starter for this Dark Magician deck, because you play this, you summon Dark Magician, because of multiple, you can banish it. don't ever use Dark Magician Girl because I'm trying to play. I don't know if I can do it, but I'm trying to play the other Dark Magician Negate, which is Magician combination, which is why I really need Dark Magician Girl. But anyways, oh, and you also get another draw from Soul Servant. But yeah, this card is actually kind of more nuts than I. This card is more nuts than I thought. Like, so actually, this card is more nuts than I thought, and this was actually OTK. This was actually OTK. So it's gonna be Fusion Deployment, Dark Magician Girl, because it's the only one left, into Dark Magician of Master of Chaos, resummon Dragoon, and then banish this token, go for game. Right? GG's. And also it solves the Judas Worm going to graveyard, removing a special summon monster. It says right here, you can target blah blah blah. I will just straight up banish it. Like, yeah, they'll have a regained. Potentially they could draw into another bestial, but I would have a Dragoon. And at that point I would be missing one, which would suck, but then the Dragoon can just blow it up. No, it won't be able to blow it up because I think I didn't use a normal monster. But anyways, that was an option. So yeah. Okay, so this is low rank because I haven't been playing for like 6 months, but